Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Stainless Steel with Portugal in Medieval 2 Total War, where last time both Oporto and Lisbon were besieged, and unfortunately Lisbon was taken and a couple of lives lost, that of Leonardo de Portugal and Gonçalo de Portugal, although I can't actually find where he is now. Where is he gone? There he is, died in battle. Sad loss. Duarte de Cortegachia is on his way to Lisbon, but if we do that, if we do actually attack that place, we'll be excommunicated. And having just fought off this army at Oporto, we've got a whole other force to face now, which is a real concern because there's not much strength here. I don't know if we can keep on taking repeated attacks like this. My hope is the Pope dies and the Sicilians get elected. It's almost guaranteed that the Sicilians will be elected. They absolutely dominate the College of Cardinals. And Niccolo the Missionary is only, well, I say he's only 73. But Francesco is 71, and they've got others, although... Oh, you're 53, you'll be a good Pope in the future. We're allied with the Sicilians. The Aragonese also likely pushing on Murcia, but we've got probably a little bit more there to work with. Granada is perhaps the weakest place in the area. However, it is a pretty strong castle, so we might just be able to buy ourselves time there. We do also have the troops inside Cordoba. I'm trying to work out what the best thing for them to do would be. Potentially might be kind of pushing on Fez. But again, there's not a huge amount here to work with in terms of troops. And Seville, we need to keep at least somewhat of a garrison there. Just to keep things moving in the right direction, I would say. But there's also a decent group here at Toledo. And so far, we won't be excommunicated if we go after the Aragonese, as far as I can tell. So that might be something we want to focus on a little bit more. I'm going to take out whoever I can from here. And leave Toledo relatively unguarded. Orders. So Toledo is losing population, but land clearance should stop that stagnation.
Come face me. Your orders, number one.
I think we're going to push on Valencia, because we can't push the Salamanca without incurring the wrath of the Pope. And if nothing else, we can at least stop Mundo from going after Murcia here. You get in there. Pretty sizable force there now, which is good. But yeah, definitely feels like we're struggling a little bit to keep up with the amount that Leon's around. I need to send her over. I might see if I can get a peace with the Leonese. Something tells me they're not going to say yes. Especially as we much rather begin with Gabriella the Affectionate, because she's much more competent at her job. Let's have a look. Would you take a ceasefire? No, you wouldn't. Fine. We'll keep it moving up towards France, I guess. I don't think there's anything more we can do this turn. I'm not too worried about that lad there. We're going to end the turn here and see what happens. See if the Pope dies, see if that changes things. Looks like the Danish might be the ones to claim Frankfurt, which does make sense. They're not that far away in terms of the Crusade. But the Holy Roman time... Oh, the French are here as well, with many small armies. I don't know what they're going to be able to do, but the French king is here from the looks of the banners, and I think... Yeah, I think the Imperial's going to win that with relative ease. Haven't actually besieged Frankfurt, and like I said, we're not going after Frankfurt. We've got much bigger problems at home than... Oh, maybe Poland's going to beat them to it. But yeah, we've got much bigger problems in our homeland than kind of halfway across of Europe in kind of modern-day Germany. Still decent Moorish force coming in overall. Looks like that Moorish merchant's going after our merchant. That's a shame. I don't think our merchant will survive, and that will give 500 Florins to the Moors, unless we're very lucky, which we're not. I'd almost prefer to make a peace with the Moors here and just be done with it for the time being. And kind of see how we go from there. I do need to recruit a little bit more in Toledo. It looks a little bit unguarded for my liking at the moment, I would think. Okay, you're actually leaving Lisbon. That's actually quite interesting to me. I might be able to push them into attacking me, which means we might be able to force an excommunication. We'll see. Because I think they're under the same threat as we are. They're coming down towards Lisbon. That's curious. It's a big force there. Okay, the Hungarians are outside Frankfurt as well. Everyone's here. And the Aragonese are going past Valencia. He's on crusade actually. That's good. I'll let him naff off to Germany for a while. That's pretty useful. You're going to besiege that fort, that's fine. It's not really doing much anyway, really. So I don't have any major concerns about that.
The enemy have laid siege upon
I'm a little bit concerned about that rather large Moorish force just at the tip of North Africa there. That could be a problem for us, either now or potentially in the future as well. I just need a new pope to be elected. That will really change the course of things, I think. Crusaders ended. You can no longer join. And the pope is dead. Finally. His Holiness the Pope has passed on, ending another chapter in the history of the Catholic Church. Though the station never changes, the man who is recognised as Christ on earth does. And with that change comes both the birth of new opportunities and the death of old agreements between the kings of Europe and the Church. The College of Cardinals will now convene to elect a new Pope from those who hold the most sway within the Vatican, the Preferati. With the death of the Pope, the Sacred College of Cardinals will now convene to elect a new Pope from among their ranks. All the Cardinals are expected to vote, and with at least one Cardinal hailing from your lands, you will have an opportunity to dictate which way your Cardinals will vote, potentially deciding who will assume control of the Catholic Church. And there are 3 candidates: the Sicilians, the Crusader States, and the Republic of Venice. And there are a few undecided votes: myself, Leon, Denmark, and Poland. We can reasonably assume that even if everyone else decided to vote for Venice, the Sicilians would outvote them anyway. There are allies, their reputation is reliable. Let's cast our vote behind the Sicilians, behind Niccolo the Missionary. A new Pope has been elected, heralding a possible shift in how the Catholic Church wields its might, as well as the manner in which it deals with European royalty. It's an unfortunate time for those who count on the previous Pope as their friend, and a moment of opportunity for those who could not. Your faith satisfies His Holiness. Better than nothing, I suppose. I can't afford to spend that money. Your wife supported him in the last session, and he will not forget your show of faith. Everyone supported him because it was a pre-gone conclusion. Pope Leo III of Sicily. How does he feel about Leon and Aragon? Pretty high, because Leon actually supported him. Fine. But yeah, okay, we're still under excommunication order. That's fine. Pope States is very good. They got promoted a cardinal last second. That's unfortunate. Both England and the Holy Roman Empire have been reconciled. However, they're still very much damned in the eyes of the Pope. A bit of construction going on, which is good, especially mostly with his mines. That will hopefully help with our income somewhat, but it really doesn't. I'm trying to work out what the problem is there. It's probably just the army upkeep. We did just buy new stuff. Oh, Teresa to Portugal. That's a shame. Where is she? Oh, she was married to the king, so that's fair enough. rewarded with 1,000 florins. We need to do something
Your Majesty.
here to help ourselves.
Sire. Without a trace. As you
I'd like to keep an eye on Salamanca if I can.
Yes?
Let's keep you moving towards
I
France.
can stop here for the night. Hello, Your Highness.
And you can move, I guess, towards Italy at a very slow pace.
Royalty needs its rest, my lord.
We're not under excommunication threat with King of Aragon. So what happened to Frankfurt then? Something must have happened to Frankfurt because it's no longer. Yeah, I think the crusade is over. And it's been taken over by someone else, although we don't quite know who. But that was not a crusade we could really consider joining, unfortunately.
Honor in defeating you. Let me strike, my lord.
Yeah, we're gonna push on Valencia.
Number one. God will be with us, men.
Although I know there is that force somewhere around causing problems. Now you guys are interesting.
Heathen. Name thy enemy, lord.
What we're going to do,
Yes.
we're going to stand here in the hope that it will bait them into attacking us.
Name the field of battle. We will meet you there.
Over at Porto, there's not much we can do, but Porto will soon be a castle, which is going to give us a lot more strength. Man, our income is just in the floor at the moment. Mercury, we can up the taxes there a bit. Silves, we can get away with it. We've got a lot of castles, but not many towns at the moment. We're really missing having Lisbon as part of our kind of area. That's also a very big Moorish force, although it looks to be a lot of spearmen.
a fair fight. Despite being an infidel, I respect you in battle.
Right, Zaragoza's got a lot of troops in there. I'm not sure that's something we can really push for. So let's draw from Granada and from Murcia to start a new force to take on the Moors.
Your Majesty.
Eve the Affection is 14 and she's mediocre at best.
Hello, Your Highness.
We're going to speak to the Aragonese for
I
me.
shall approach.
We suspect you will waste our time.
Ceasefire? No.
It's not.
Here. Have some map information.
It seems we have reached an agreement. Farewell, noble.
Probably not a great idea to give you enemy map information,
For the night.
Your
but I
orders,
want to try get her kind of quality up. Decent amount of cavalry here. We'll do the Bedouins, and we'll leave the rest behind. Granada's got very little it can merge with us here,
Your Majesty. Collecting armies.
and it's going to come over here,
2 days' march ends.
and it's going to march kind of with any forces we can draw together from Cordoba.
Yes, my lord.
If I put these boats here,
Yes, my lord.
it controls the canal,
Much honor in
Yes.
and I think I might be able to, if I'm lucky, block off any troop
Plotting
movements.
even if they do not deserve it.
Yes, my lord.
I think I need possibly
There will
2
be much
fleets,
honor.
Yes, my lord. Your orders.
so I might need to break off a
Making
second
away
fleet
from
here.
the fleet. Full sail.
Despite
No, they can still, okay, they can still break through. Fine.
Combining.
Leave me be, infidel. Hemshi.
Let's get our fleet some more experience.
Closing to engage, my lord.
Clear victory, excellent.
Our fleet is victorious.
Admiral Nicolaus got a little bit more strength, not much admittedly. But we'll bring him over here to pick up St. Alexandre. And then we'll get the forces from Cordoba and we'll push on Fez, possibly taking on
they do not
Sal
deserve
ibn Aid, possibly at that bridge there, where we've had a couple of famous victories under Prince Alfonso. Our kind of short-lived king.
Who do I
You
face?
can't move any further. Oh, Porto, is there anything we can reasonably do with you? I've got no money, so I need to be actually doing something with my armed forces here. I was hoping for a little bit more relation with the Pope, but that's still pretty good. That reminds me, actually, I think I've got a diplomat in the area.
Naturally, my lord. Is
Let me
there
just speak to
something
you.
I can do for you?
Unfortunately, because Aragon is allied with the Papal States we can't. I'm just going to give him map information.
This seems goodbye.
I don't have money to give him, but I'm hoping to kind of influence him a little bit from the sidelines as best possible. Toledo, you don't have much inside, do you? And I'd like to at least recruit these light men at arms and these archers because they're long range. We're still kind of capitulating money. Corruption, King's Purse. What's costing us money? It's purely just army upkeep, isn't it? Well, hopefully we can take Valencia as a castle. Arguably, I don't need another castle. I'd rather have another city at this point. Because we've got both Toledo and Granada to create some troops for us. So we might consider turning Valencia into a city.
Orders.
We'll have to see.
God's servant. My lord.
We're also struggling a little bit for Catholicism across the board because the amount of heretics in the area.
End the hostility. Ready to trade.
I know, it's a bit of a tough situation to make any reasonable progress here. I think all we can do is end the turn again. Granada's now in red status, that's not ideal. This might just be a lost cause, you know. I always knew this campaign was going to be tough. No one took Frankfurt, really? How many armies were there? Oh well. The sooner that's over, the better chance we have of getting crusade against the Moors, which will buy us some time there. Okay, looks like the Imperials are going after the French here. Trying to clear some people out of their lands. Although the French are kind of the tiny armies, I'll be curious to see how they do against the Polish here. No, the Imperials are beaten back by the Polish there. Good on them. Also, the English might be coming to speak to us, that's curious. Or at least generally down in this part of the world. I would like some more priests out on the field, but again, it's just a question of money. We really need to take back Lisbon at this point. Because without Lisbon, I don't really see what we can do. In terms of, you know, it was a big money maker for us. It's by the coast. It's got good trade. We need Lisbon back, really. Then I want to push the bloody Aragonese and Leon out of Spain because they attacked us first. They were the aggressors, and looks like we're going to have a fight here. Ooh, maybe not. They're certainly ganging up on us, that's for sure. But they're probably under strict orders from the Pope not to attack as well. The Hungarians are going home. Remarkably, this is a lot closer strength than I thought. But with only 10 men, we're not going to be able to do much. So, we'll let that fort go. I'm surprised that the Catalanes were... Oh my goodness, there's that big Aragonese force I was worried about from the Crusades. Is it something we can realistically take on? Absolutely not. That's a terrifying force. Oh my god. How much money do you have to pick up that many troops on Crusade? I mean, you're unhealthy, but goodness me. Crusader Sergeants, a lot of them. Crusader Foot Knights, and how many Crusader Knights overall? As well as a very competent kind of homegrown force as well. That's something we cannot deal with. Why would you not run to the fort? I don't know why you wouldn't run to the fort instead of running back this way. Right. We can do what we can here. I don't have many high expectations for our survival here. I sincerely hope that the Pope appreciates that this is ridiculous. I'll see if there's an interesting speech to do with the Crusades happening here, because there's a lot of crusading forces inside that army.
I have many terrible scars, but all of them were taken honorably in battle. Shortly, I may take another wound, if God wills it, for I do not intend to skulk in the manner of a Frenchman. That is of no account, though, for I mean to have victory wherever the pain to my person. With God's good graces, we shall strike down a quarter of our enemy's army today. Courage will be our watchword. Despair, theirs. Our foes have the advantage in cavalry, and we lack spearmen. But if we are steadfast, their advantage will count for little. And finally, I tell you that I have fought many battles. I face this one with the knowledge that I have followed the cross and done God's work. Because I have done that, He will not allow me to face defeat. Victory is ours, for it is in the gift of our Lord!
That was a very good speech. I still don't think it's going to be enough,
Units, await my orders.
because we have no missile cavalry whatsoever to work with. I really don't have many options here. I'm slightly struggling as to what to do. And we have so little frontline infantry. Became very archer heavy on this, which is not going to stand up to Crusader Knights for sure. Well, crack on, because there's not much else we can do. Let's make all of you guys gonna have to stand and fight, really. My hope is that at least our king can escape here. I'm curious if he's due to. Oh no, we can't. Okay, we cannot run away. I honestly have no options for what to do here. I'll pull back here. My hope is my range can at least account for a little bit of strength here. Fine, just charge him down. If we're going to die, we're going to die in a blaze of glory. So this is a horrendously mismatched battle. I mean, they're going to have to pay for all these troops, but still. Okay, we're at least trying to get some benefit here. I don't really want to charge into Crusader Foot Knights. That was a pretty pathetic charge. Let's pull back quickly, because we'll take some losses here. You're going to need to run a lot quicker than you are, please. At the moment, only our crossbowmen are firing because they've got a bit longer range than the others. You guys are also going to have to go on to guard. That's just male knights. That's not even that useful to us. Charge them at least. You might be able to take out this group of Crusader Knights. This is just abysmal for us, really. I possibly shouldn't have pushed towards the Aragonese, but still. My hope was we could at least survive a little bit longer. Okay. Try to get him out of there. We've only killed 3% of them. Everyone go after these Crusader Knights for the time being, I guess. You go after them.
The course of this battle changes because defeat seems almost certain.
That's definitely true, I think. Fine, just try break into these Crusader Foot Knights. I mean, we're not going to kill lots of them. We might kill some of them. I don't even know who our king is if someone else takes over the kind of the battle of leadership here. Take out those Alpha Rats if you can. They're light cavalry. Okay, there's the mass rout that I expected.
My lord, only half our force remains.
Fight to the death, my man. Fight to the death. Okay, let's get the General's bodyguard out, because I want... I mean, I need him to rout now, actually. This has been complete decimation of our army. Please rout. I actually want him to rout, come on. If you rout, you might survive. Come on, flee please. Okay, there's nothing I can do apart from watch him die here. Unless somehow they get released. I doubt that will happen though.
Oh, almighty Lord. This defeat is a bitter drink to swallow.
Yeah,
Next
there he
time,
goes.
It will be our foe that sups from this most foul cup.
That was horrendous. That was a dreadful, dreadful fight for us. Oh man. There was literally nothing we could have done there, really. I can't even ransom these guys back. So that force is completely gone now. And you're going off to Toledo. I really hope the Pope sees this, but he's allied with the Aragonese, are allied with the Papal States, so I really don't see what it's going to do here to help us.
We are besieged.
Right, that force of Valencia is catastrophic for our plans here. That was not good. We might need to send a breakaway force up to Ireland for survival if needs be. Right, King Rui's dead. You want us to take Lisbon for the glory of the nation? I bet you do. Cardinal dies. Okay, the Leonese is dead, so that's good. There's another one being promoted. War declared between France and Genoa. Castles been upgraded at Oporto. I still can't even attack Lisbon for another 3 turns without risking excommunication, which is utterly ridiculous. But I'm going to go sit outside there. Who's the new king? King Lucas. Out in Cordoba, fine. Mostly it's a town as well, that's not very helpful. Oh god.
Don't worry. Once I convert you, you'll thank me.
We'll manage to hold that off, I think.
Your Majesty?
I'm at such a loss as to what to do.
On my way. Royalty needs its rest.
Entertain report, it's not good. Some besiege of Toledo. Oporto needs to do something here. We can push on Salamanca by the time we get there. But then these forces are here, and it literally won't take them any time at all to get to Oporto.
Command me.
Silvers has nothing in it. All it takes is for the Moors to come charging up at us at Cordoba.
I respect you in battle.
And there's not much we can do there either, but we need to change our fortunes somehow. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do so, but we're going to do our damn best and we'll fight to the death, because what else can we do apart from go down in a blaze of glory? Question is, what do we do with this force at Cordoba? It does leave Cordoba very undefended. If this now comes down to Murcia, there's nothing we can do about it.
I seek an honorable engagement, dear foe.
I'd almost rather push down into the Moorish territory, where we've got no restrictions on fighting them. This is a pretty decent force, actually. This is going to push down towards Fez. I think that's really
stopping for
the only option we have, or we undercut this Moorish force here and pop down to like Melilla, Oran, that kind of thing. I don't think we want to push for Marrakesh again because that was problematic last time.
Yes, my lord.
Let's merge this Portuguese navy. And I guess we go blockade someone. That's Genoa. We don't really want to anger them. We'll blockade Fez, I suppose, just for the extra income. Cordoba needs to come off very high tax rate. It can just about survive on high tax rate. That's still not ideal. Either we just get ourselves excommunicated, or we don't. I mean, he's 75. He may not be around forever. And financially, we need... Financially, we need Lisbon back.
We would see you dead. Name the field of battle.
But then these forces will come and attack us.
Name thy enemy, lord.
Oh god, what do I do? You come back over here. I want a better view of Salamanca, please. But if you could get also a view of that castle, Burgos, there we go.
Hello, Your Highness.
Hello, Your Highness.
Very well.
Right, you move here.
Yes. Hello, Your Highness.
You
Yes.
keep moving upwards.
Happily, my lord.
Granada needs, I don't know, something else here. Otherwise it's going to revolt.
Let me strike, my lord.
So take a group of these archers.
Continuing tomorrow.
Okay, they can't even reach.
Orders.
One of these group of cavalry can get there.
March.
But that doesn't even help either, so we may as well take them back out again.
Yes.
This force would have a slightly better chance of taking on that force of Aragon, because at least
Justice served in
there's
all
more
battles.
cavalry there. But again, it's just the quality of their troops, really. Let's again end the turn and see where we end up, because I really don't have many other options, unfortunately, as to what to do. Oh good. Hi Genoa. That's really what I need. Why are all these Catholic nations attacking me? I'm a Catholic nation as well. I'm not excommunicated. Although if Genoa attacks us, at least that would open up us to attack Genoa. But we've got plenty enough problems as it is at home. Hi England, what do you want? I think you must be going to speak to the Moors. I really don't know. Usually I have a plan, and all my plans are just failing. In part due to the Pope, in part just we've got three very strong factions all beating us into submission, and we don't have the forces to take them on. You're backing off, which is good. Which means we probably actually, if we don't threaten the Moors now, they'll probably leave us alone for the time being. So maybe we use the force down by Granada to push on Aragon in some regard. Or we try push up to Salamanca, because by the time we get there, the excommunication order should be over. It's my hope anyway. If we take Salamanca or Leon, that would be excellent, but there are still plenty of forces of Leon around. So you're heading for Seville. Are you going to attack us? No, you're not. You're just hanging out for the opportune moment, really, aren't you?
At once.
Oh, hello.
Men, pull down the defenses.
Something just happened there. Hang on. What just happened outside? Ha! One of the Leon... I can't really show you here. One of the forces of Leon has just gone completely rebel. Probably blocking off Captain Bartolo from even getting to us at Lisbon, so we can retake Lisbon with a kind of fraction of the cost. Right, you guys want to attack Toledo? You do have more troops, but if we can just take out that ram before it gets to the walls, there should be nothing that can be done about it. I mean, we don't have much inside here, but I'm not willing to lose another castle, if entirely possible. Admittedly, we don't really have much to, work with, but we're going to do our damn best to try. I'm actually going to bring these guys off the walls because I want to be able to fight the ram in the open field if needs be. Because I think that might be our only real hope. Right, you get outside the walls here. You guys unfortunately don't have fire arrows, but you're at least on skirmish mode. I've only got 15 hitters, so I'll be a little bit careful with them. But I want to knock down as much of these troops as we can. You guys are Alpha Rats, I think? I didn't actually check, I probably should have done. I need to stop this ram getting to the walls. Because there's only the one ram. And these towers are fairly powerful. I have realised now that by bringing those forces down, this tower doesn't fire. If I move you guys to there, that might bring this tower into firing capability. Yes, it does. Good. Okay, gonna have to be a little bit careful there that you don't get a struck up position, and definitely don't charge towards the angry spearman. That's not useful at all. That's again not what I'm asking you to do. Please pull back. You've now run out of ammo. Fine. So get back inside the walls, please. Preferably without the captain dying, because I know he's only a captain, but we need him alive for some sense of morale. But they're charging at us, but there's not much they can do. They're going to have to push forward towards this gatehouse regardless. I do want that ram to not make it to the walls. So these guys are going to be grouped together in an effort to hopefully try take these guys on. And if needs be, we'll pull back, but I'd rather not do that if entirely possible. I actually want you to focus on the javelin more. Focus on the javelin more, because they're the ones that actually are the ones pushing the ram. Come on, get that ram on fire. If that ram goes on fire, this siege is over. It's not on fire yet, that's for sure. Come on lads, keep firing at them please. I need to stop them getting actually to the walls. I'm sending my own spearmen out. It's going to stop that tower firing. But I don't want the ram getting to the walls. I want you to actively attack the ram. This is more just to buy us time for the towers to keep firing. Because it looks like I think they've just dropped the ram there. Excellent. Right. Back inside. Oh, here come the Alpha Rats. Okay, take on the Alpha Rats, that's fine. We're spearmen, they're spearmen. Although their spear militia is still nearby. But if we can take out their leader, that would turn things in our favour. Although their javelin men will cause problems for us. But our towers will keep firing in the meantime, as will our Lusitanian javelin men. Let's just make sure these guys don't rout. If we can, like I said, if we can take out their captain, which I presume will be with the light cavalry here, things will change. But there's a group of spear militias coming in now, so get yourself back inside. Get out of there. Lads, get back inside, please, quickly. I need you back inside. One way or another.
Only intervention by the Almighty Lord or a military genius can bring us victory from this disgrace.
Right, you guys get around here. Same as you. Yeah. Is someone routing? No, no one's routing yet. I really just want them to get back inside the walls, which they're not doing. There we go. You guys are going to have to go around the other way, that's fine. Okay, you're routing now. But the tower should keep firing regardless. I've taken out 26% of them, that's not bad. Oh, here comes the burning oil, excellent. Take out a few of them, but they are actually pushing through. Get our light cavalry out of there. Okay. At least one unit has got through the walls. That's interesting. That's not what I wanted to happen. I need that light cavalry to move a little bit quicker. I need that light cavalry to get up somewhere a little bit safer. Like there. You guys actually chase down those alpha rats, because that might change how things go, but our captain's also in combat as well. Which we don't want. Oh, these guys are going to die. Oh, I can't believe we lost this place as well. Ah, oh, bloody hell.
My lord, only half our force remains.
I know.
Only intervention
Get up on those
by
walls.
the Almighty Lord or a military genius can bring us victory from this disgrace.
Here comes the ram. They're going after the Lusitanians now.
Save us! The enemy are battering down the gates.
I know they are.
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
Okay, we have to retake this. I thought we could hold this with what we got. If we just had like one more unit of actual quality troops here, we might have been okay. Right. Everyone's going to have to pull back to the town centre as best they can, because there are towers here that can fire on our behalf. We're going to take out as many troops as possible. I don't know where those guys are going. Okay, you guys pull back. Okay, I've got to watch out for them. You guys pull back here. This is not going... This campaign is taking a really, really bad turn. And the only way I can see us being even mildly successful here is taking out that captain that they've got. You get up here as well. You guys will just have to hold here with you behind and just wait for them to turn up, really. I don't really see what else we can do, unfortunately. Are they just going to hold there? Well, I'm in no hurry to go after them, really. And I'm guessing if I exit, that'll count as a loss, which we don't really want. So we want to... They're all stuck outside. Still a significant enough of them left. Okay, here they come. Just trying to bait them into attacking, really. Okay, pull back. It's 106 of them. We're not really going to manage very well here. I always knew this campaign was going to be a tough order, but goodness me. You know what? I think we lost this anyway. Everyone charge. But preferably not with the cavalry first. And let's go in with our infantry first to give us the best possible chance of survival. Not that we're going to have any chance of survival here, really. Unless we can use our cavalry here to break them, I don't think it's going to happen. If we can flank them, that might be our best chance. If we get our light cavalry over here and charge them from the side. Right, let's get back in. Oh, we're slaying the enemy general. Oh, he's routing. Fine. I thought the general would be with their light cavalry.
I pray the course of this battle changes, because defeat seems almost certain.
The gate, however, is open, though.
Badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
That's good. I mean, that might work in our favour. If they've lost their captain, we haven't lost our captain yet. If we can get these towers firing again, that's probably the only chance we have of making anything work here. So everyone just pause here, I guess. You get up there. I'm very content just to sit on the walls and shoot them down if we can get away with it. So we're going to try our best if we don't rout just from, you know, turning up. Well, that tower's firing. That's good. As I said, I'm happy to sit on the walls and just let them shoot. Let's see if we can get these Lusitanian javelinmen round to those towers there. That would be excellent if we could. Because if they're just going to sit outside, I'm more than happy to let them die. Especially, they've lost their captain, one of them's routing. If they're just going to sit outside, I'm going to let my towers do their work. Where are those Lusitanians gone? They are actually up there. Well done. Okay, we reclaimed the towers. Eventually these guys will go down, I think. From like a last Valhalla kind of charge to the death inside this castle, we've actually managed to take out their captain. Eventually they will turn and run, I think. It might take some time to get there, but given how badly things have been going for us, you'll be damn sure we're taking every advantage we can here. I still think the campaign is... It's not over, but I think it's in a really tough spot at the moment. We need to definitively wipe out or severely cripple one of the other factions, I think, to stand a chance. And I'm hoping that can be Leon once the excommunication order is over. We just blitzkrieg through them and then face Aragon on the walls afterwards. If we can take out like their main city and a couple of other places, that'd be good. And but we do need to hold on to this to stand a chance, really. But all our towers are firing. And they are going down, admittedly very slowly, but they are going down nonetheless. Now, usually I wouldn't put my soldiers out here just to kind of be shot to shreds, but you know, I'm not going to oppose it when the enemy does it for unknown reasons. Because really, we need every little bit of help we can get at the moment. The bar is still very much in their favour. I'm curious to see how these guys are doing? They're still routing. They are good. Our lads are exhausted. They're not going to be able to fight forever. Because these guys are still kind of generally steady. Although we are steady as well, but you know, how long that lasts is another question. I'm determined to win and hold on to this castle. Because it's a good staging ground and we just can't let them keep on battering us down, really.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
My goodness me, I just had to push at the end there.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
But somehow we've held on. I'm not entirely sure how. Probably because they just sat outside. But I'm not going to complain. This campaign really needs a helping hand in more ways than one. You guys are going to be ransomed. Right? But Toledo holds for the time being. If Genoa joins the fight, or that army comes and attacks us, there's not much we can do about it. So this could be very problematic indeed. Toledo's under siege again. We might be able to reinforce Toledo with something from one of the castles below. I don't know how long it would take them to get there. I'm more concerned about Genoa at this point. If Genoa attacks us, there's nothing we can do to take on 4 factions at once in our current state that we're in. You know, they're already hanging out in our territory, which is not good. I am happy about that rebel army defecting from Kingdom of Leon, though. That's very useful. Why are you guys here?
Okay? Sorry. I must remain vigilant.
And you've got Crusader troops and Urban Spear Militia, who are so strong in defence. And we have no money to work with. Oh, we got another Portuguese cardinal. Excellent. That's good. So you're going to come here. I think we're going to have to go and save Murcia here.
We march. Camping here, my lord.
We're still 2 turns left for the bloody hostilities.
Who do I face?
We would see you dead, heathen.
I'm pretty happy to let that force stay there.
Name the field of battle. We will meet you there.
Toledo's going to need some support from, I don't know, Seville, but
we would see you dead,
can't
heathen.
actually make it there this turn.
We would see you dead, heathen.
And depending on what's coming in for us, I think Toledo might be a lost cause as well.
Yes.
None of you guys can make it.
Orders.
Neither can you, because there's a pretty significant force there, causing problems for us.
Yes.
All our armies are trapped in the wrong place. You're going to have to come back to normal taxes, as is Cordoba, which is only going to make our financial situation even more precarious than it currently is. Same for Murcia. Boy oh boy, are we in trouble.
Away with you, infidel!
Command me.
My question is, do we let ourselves be excommunicated? But if we let ourselves be excommunicated,
Okay?
this Genoese force is almost bound to attack us here. Let's just have a look at the faction ranking scroll. Yeah, we've taken a little bit of a downturn here. Neighbouring factions, it doesn't look like we're doing that badly, all things considered, but really we are. We are not in a good way. But we'll leave things there. Thank you so much for watching. More to come soon indeed. Well, we survive. I say more to come soon indeed. It may only be another 1 or 2 episodes at this current rate of loss, but we might be able to swing things around in our favour. If we retake Lisbon, I'm just very concerned about this force over here. Not the Imam, but this guy here. But this is a decent force. It's not a crusading force, and there's no experience with it. But if we fight it in the right area, we might be able to take it down, and then, if we can at least take this down, we can push on Valencia.
Hello. Hello, Your Highness.
I doubt we're going to get a ceasefire.
How do you approach?
Let's say I gave you a region. I'm not willing to actually do this, but I'm curious. Who wants to give you Toledo? Because I've probably lost it already. That's balanced. That's curious, actually. If I'm going to lose Toledo anyway, I'd be willing to have a ceasefire.
No, I don't see how this can work. This meeting was worse than fruitless. Yes?
Christina Portugal is not actually like competent
Your
diplomat.
Majesty?
She's over here.
Yes?
Can she even make it to
On my
Aragon?
way. Am I after a suitor or a
Could try and
simple
marry
queen?
you, and you're a very competent commander.
Represent.
We will listen, but I cannot say.
Ceasefire. If I was to give you Toledo, would you bugger off? Toledo doesn't actually mean that much to me. I'm not using it for much at the moment. I'll also give you trade rights and map information. No, they're not willing to do so.
Your Majesty?
I guess because they know they've got Toledo. They've got us on the back foot at Toledo.
Hello, Your Highness. Happily, my lord.
Oh boy. Right, all of things there. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.